Hey everyone, I'm back with part 6. So from there, Vice President Harris was asked if she would support any restrictions on abortion. The moderators asked her that question because multiple times during the debate, Donald Trump tried to brand her as supporting abortion up until the 9th month. She stated that she supports reinstating the protections provided by Roe v. Wade. She said that women in the United States are not just carrying pregnancies to term and then asking for abortions. If you're not sure what the protections provided by Roe v. Wade are, go back and watch part 5. I did go over it in that video. And also, like I said in the previous video, women are not carrying their pregnancies to term, just like she said. They're not getting to 8 and 9 months and then just deciding I want to get rid of this baby. That doesn't really happen. Anytime an abortion is performed later in term like that, it is due to some kind of severe situation that's come up that threatens either the child or the mother's health. So, and plus, even if a situation was to come up, which is highly unlikely, that somebody would just decide at the end of the pregnancy, a doctor ethically is not going to just have an abortion or perform an abortion that's going to end the life of the child. So that just really doesn't happen, and that would be considered infanticide. Vice President Harris also said that people are being denied IVF treatment because of Roe being overturned. It's true that there was a brief time when in Alabama there was a situation that came up with the Supreme Court of Alabama declaring frozen embryos to be considered unborn children, which did temporarily end IVF treatment. The legislature then had to quickly pass protections into law that would protect IVF treatment. So her statement was true that there was a brief time when IVF was not being allowed for people seeking it out. Donald Trump then chimed in and said that he is a leader when it comes to IVF. He said that he helped to ensure that Alabama worked to allow IVF when it was up for consideration. And then he once again accused Kamala Harris of supporting abortion in the 7th, 8th, or 9 months. Vice President Harris responded that that is not true, and it's not. Neither her or Tim Walz support that. The moderators then went on to discuss immigration, and they asked Vice President Harris about her stances on immigration and why President Biden waited until 6 months before the election to sign his executive order, which did slow the amount of illegal border crossings. She stated that she supported the bill, which I did reference in one of the previous parts of this series here, but she supported the bill that was before Congress in February and in May. She said that this was one of the most conservative border bills, and it was written by one of the most conservative members. She stated that the bill would have added 1,500 more border agents. It would have allowed the United States to stem the flow of a certain illicit substance that starts with an F. I can't say the specific drug, but it is causing the unaliving of thousands of Americans all the time. So if you're not sure, you can look up what that illicit substance is. She said that it would have given Border Patrol more resources to prosecute transnational organizations that traffic in illicit substances, pew-pews, and people. Vice President Harris blamed Donald Trump for the border bill that she and President Biden supported failing in Congress because Donald Trump called members of Congress asking them to kill the bill. I mentioned that in a previous video. It's true. You can look that up if you wish. There are videos of Donald Trump saying that we could blame him for that bill failing to pass. She then went on to say that if you watch any of his rallies, this is where she got in her dig about his rallies. This really pissed him off. But she said that if you watch any of his rallies, people leave early out of exhaustion and boredom because all he does is talk about himself, which is absolutely true. I've seen the videos. It does look like people leave his rallies early. You can look that up as well. The moderators then went on to ask Donald Trump, why did he kill the border bill? He didn't really answer that question because he was so pissed off about what Kamala Harris had to say about his rallies and about the fact that people leave early. Um, he accused Kamala Harris of busing people into her rallies. He said that people don't leave his rallies early and that he draws some of the biggest crowds in the history of politics. Okay, Donald. He said that he then went on to make his accusations about immigrants, Haitian immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, saying that immigrants are eating the dogs and the cats of U.S. citizens. Just absolutely ridiculous. He was so desperate for some, for some kind of attention getting line there and something to kind of rally his people. Trump was then fact checked by the moderators who said that the city manager of Springfield said that there have not been any reports of pets being harmed by immigrants. And actually, if you look into it further, it all started because somebody's cat had gone missing and they ended up finding the cat a few days later in their basement. That's going to be the end of this one. I'll bring you part 7 really soon. So thank you for watching and stay tuned. If you haven't followed, please give me a follow. Please like the video. I really appreciate it. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.